Yo, what's going on? It's your boy JP bringing you a new discussion video on the new rules of link summoning. Now, if you haven't read about this, if you haven't heard about this, no, they didn't change the link summoning mechanic. They just added a new rule to it, so stay tuned if you want to know about it. And by the way, this website is extremely long, so I'm not going to be reading everything. So the link for this will be down in the description if you want to go ahead and read every little bit of it. Also, before we get into this, I just want to quickly say I do apologize if the screen is a little bit widened. It's because of I'm trying to get rid of the ads on the side because I don't want these ads playing in my video, and I'm just saying it's a good thing to have dual screen monitors because I literally stretched it over to my other monitor so I can have more of this on one screen. So anyway, I just wanted to get that out there just in case it's confusing people or they just noticed anything different. But anyway, before I keep rambling on useless stuff that you guys don't need to know, let's get into the new mechanic. So about 3 days ago, I believe, Konami or the Yu-Gi-Oh organization, depending on what you prefer, have released a new rule for link summoning. And I'm just saying this rule is extremely interesting to me. It can be used in so many ways, but anyway, if you guys don't know what it is, basically they made it so with the link monsters you can use them to take control of both link zones. Now, if wondering how you would do that, is you know how every link monster has the arrows, so you'd have to put your link monster here and let's say have an arrow facing down, so then it would go here and this, and then you'd have to do the same thing and make sure arrows with the link monsters go from here all the way around up to there, sort of like a U shape. Now you can't go diagonal like this and this because that would be too quick and too, overpowered. But if somehow you manage to get enough link monsters to be able to do this and spam the field, you can literally take control of both link monster zones, or both extra deck field zones. I forget what they're actually called. So I think that's a really interesting little mechanic, and I'm just going to read this little bit down here just for, I'm assuming it's going to be some general information. All you need to know about link summoning, link monsters, and extra summoning in general, including that. Read it carefully, make sure you don't misunderstand what it says. Okay, here it is. So just like this, right here, everything connects to one another, and that is how you do it. And this new rule is called extra link. I completely forgot to mention that. But yes, this new extra link rule is kind of interesting. I know a lot of people seem to hate it. They're like, oh no, they did this to speed down the game, and then doing this, it's gonna speed it up and make it unfair and overpowered, and I'm quitting the game because it's stupid. Well, although that is partially true, where it can be a little bit overpowered and unfair, the thing is, you shouldn't allow the opponent to have it. If you sit back and think about it, they will have to absolutely spam the field of monsters to be able to do this, because of link monsters usually take at least 2 other monsters to be able to do it. And think about XC summoning. Sure, many decks could spam XC summon, but they usually had some sort of extra requirement to be able to bring out more, the special abilities and such. But with this, you just have to straight out bring enough monsters to be able to get 5 separate link monsters. So if you're allowing your opponent to do that, then it's kind of your own fault. And I'm sure when link summoning first comes around, it's not even going to be that fast paced. So you should have time to be able to stop him. And it should bring more strategy to the game, because say if the person has a link all the way here and they just need one more to take yours, you have to figure out what to do. So you can bring out a monster and smash into one of these, or any one of them, to try to break the link so they can't capture. It's more strategy, and you have to play more trap cards to try to stop them from doing that stuff. You just have to pay a lot more attention to what your opponent's doing and figure out a way to counter it. Now, I don't believe this mechanic is bad because it just makes the game more intense. Because imagine sitting there watching your opponent do it, and then they don't completely success it, and you're like, well shit, I need to figure out a way to unlink the chain to destroy their monsters. So then maybe instead of you trying to spam your field with all these monsters, you can focus on trying to get decent beat sticks to be able to get over your opponent's monsters, or possibly even cards with popping effects so you could get rid of these monsters. So you'll have to think about what you do instead of just a regular play, because now spam the field, destroy your opponent's cards and win. But with this you have to be careful, you have to make sure your opponent doesn't take control of your Link card zone. And the thing is, even if they do it, all Link monsters usually have at least one arrow pointing to their opponent, so they're giving you an extra zone as well. So I don't know what else you can ask for. You can use that to your advantage, and sure, you can say, but what if they use ones which don't? Well then, I'm sure you'll figure out a way. You know, just Regekio or something. It's really not that hard. So this is practically the new rule, and what I believe you could do to counter it. Again, everyone seems to hate it. I don't know why, because it really does seem interesting in my opinion. It'd be able to make the game a lot more intense, a lot more fun, and different. Everyone always complains saying, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh's the same, blah blah blah. It's boring. Well, what? What the hell? They're literally changing the game and you're complaining. People say it's too fast. They're slowing it down and you're complaining. And I know that you can argue about that, saying, well, you know, the Jeff Jones video, he made a whole board of Link summons in one turn. Well, sure, but you have to get more cards in your hand. You have to think about your strategies a lot more, rather than just spraying the field with anything. And I don't know. I just don't know what to say. Everyone usually hates a new rule and a new mechanic when it first comes out, but once you adapt to it and actually learn about it, you're fine with it. And sure, Link summoning are completely different to everything else because you're more forced to use them than other things. I'm sure you'll learn to like this because of it's just interesting, and I think it'll be more fun. Now, I know I don't necessarily have to be ranting on about that. I'm just saying, people don't like this because they think it's overpowered. Well, just give it a shot, just like everything else in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because in my opinion, it's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait to play it. I cannot wait to try it out. I just hope old archetypes can do Link monsters, so you can have archetype specific Link monsters to control, because that would be amazing. I play DDDs. Imagine having, you know, just a board lock of fucking DDDs. That would be awesome. That's literally the dream. But anyway, I know I extended the video longer than it needed to be, and I know I may have missed a couple points that people, you know, may have wanted to mention, but just to sum things up, I think this is going to be very interesting. I think it's going to be fun for the game. I don't believe it's bad for the game. Just give it a shot. I think it will be great, fun, and very interesting for everyone. I wonder what all these different archetypes are about to do with it, what new archetypes are about to do with it. All I'm saying is, sit down, think about it, give it a shot, think of these intense situations and how fun they will be. So although it may be overpowered in some situations, you just have to play smarter and more strategic. So anyway, before I keep on rambling, if you guys did enjoy this video, remember to smash your thumbs up down below. I will catch you later. Leave a comment with your thoughts of this video and the new extra Link summoning rules down in the comments below. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Peace out, bye bye, I'll see you next time.
Let me get a pop when the beat goes.
Yeah, I know I rambled a little bit about this video and got a little bit off topic, but I don't know, I'm just sick of seeing people complain about Link summoning because they haven't even given it a shot, and I seriously do believe it'll be fun for the game. So I don't know, I've been intending to do this during Link summoning videos, so I apologize if it does annoy you, but I just want people to give it a shot because I do believe it'll be great for the game. Anyway, I'll see you later. Thank you for staying tuned.